felony charges, including first-degree intentional homicide and hiding a corpse. The prosecuting attorney is considering additional charges. Cassapp will be arraigned on May 7th. In the court battles over the Trump administration's deportations, key hearings this past week in the Kilmar Abrego Garcia case, the judge now requiring daily updates from the government. Here's ABC's Christiane Cordero.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia was deported by mistake to an El Salvadorian prison. On Thursday, the Supreme Court upheld a lower court ruling requiring the Trump administration to return Abrego Garcia to the U.S. That prompted the lower court judge to set a hearing yesterday, which she kicked off by asking where Abrego Garcia is and under whose authority. Attorneys for the DOJ said they don't know.
City Year Milwaukee has helped MPS students strive and thrive for 15 years. Members of the group are young professionals out of high school who help students achieve academically. Executive Director Dr. Stephanie Manny Hartlaub tells Wisconsin's Midday News the program has helped members become educators.
I think that the district sees us as supports inside the buildings that we're in now, but they also see the work that we're doing in terms of being a teacher pipeline.
Dr. Manny Hartlaub says City Year Milwaukee helps MPS with after-school programs and other elements which the district is not properly prepared for. And longtime nesters of the We Energies Port Washington power plant nest box, peregrine falcons Bryn and Beasley, have died by bird flu. Allison Truey with We Energies tells Wisconsin's Afternoon News, while the deaths of the couple is sad, new falcons have taken over the vacated nest.
Yeah, so they're called floaters. They're birds that just don't have a nest site or a mate, and so they're waiting for an opportunity like this where, something happens to a falcon and they can move in and start their own families. So it's an unbanded female, so we don't know much about her, and it's a male falcon named Ham Solo, and he was born at the Miller Coors Nest Cam a couple of years ago.
Truey says the We Energies Falcon expert believes the new couple will lay eggs in the coming weeks. And it's allergy season, and trying to figure out if your congestion is a cold or seasonal allergies can be difficult. Chief Health Policy Advisor for Milwaukee County, Dr. Ben Weston, tells WTMJ.
A few of the hints, unlike colds, seasonal allergies usually last longer. It's not just going to be a few days or a week. And allergy symptoms like sneezing, itching, stuffy nose, they're usually present without the other stuff that comes with infection. Body aches, sore throat, sometimes a fever that can go along with it. So these are some of the ways to differentiate.
Symptoms like runny noses and congestion often overlap in both conditions. Sports, traffic, weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 9:05.
If you're trying to find really good, high-end, distinctive furniture, the kind they just don't make anymore, then come to Design Exchange. But you better get here quickly, because the best furniture we take in on consignment doesn't usually last long. It may be vintage, it may have once been out of your range, but now you'll find it's priced right. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value.
Design Exchange.
In Heartland, you're going to find a focus on distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original artwork, along with tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. In Pewaukee, the focus is on kitchen, outdoor, and garden decor, and all of it is priced at 25 to 40% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value.
Design Exchange.
Outdoor Living Unlimited continues to build amazing backyard spaces. Imagine grilling on your new deck or entertaining friends on your outdoor kitchen. Adding a screen room is another way to enhance your space. Outdoor Living Unlimited provides ideas, custom designs, and installation of some of the area's finest projects. Stop by our showroom on Saturday, April 26th from 9 to 1 p.m. for our open house. See why Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck installation team and visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers beat the Diamondbacks in Arizona Friday night, winning 7-0. The Brew Crew continues to face off against the Diamondbacks later tonight at 7 p.m. You can hear the game right here on 620 WTMJ. And the Bucks finished their second-to-last game of the regular season Friday night, beating the Detroit Pistons 125-119. Pistons fly to Milwaukee on Sunday to have a rematch with the Bucks at Fiserv Forum, with the final game of the regular season starting at noon. Take a look at your roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. We've got one incident out on the road at I-94 East at the Ranford Moreland Road. The right shoulder is closed due to a disabled vehicle. Around that, roads are looking pretty clear across the Milwaukee area.
Traffic is sponsored by Angela Calais and Benefit Realty.
At Benefit Realty, pay only 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission and get all the service that you should. Benefit Realty, you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Saturday's going to be mostly sunny and pleasant with a high of 62 degrees. Tonight, we'll get some increasing cloud coverage with a slight chance of showers and storms on a low of 47 degrees. Sunday, partly cloudy and breezy with a slight chance of showers and a high of 65 degrees. Monday, partly cloudy and windy, slight chance of showers with a high of 56 degrees. Tuesday's going to be partly cloudy and breezy with a high of 48 degrees. And Wednesday's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 48 degrees. Right now in Madison, it is currently 44 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 46 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 45 degrees. And right here in good old Milwaukee, it's 44 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:09.
The following program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma brands. Need a vacation? Whether it's the trip of a lifetime or a weekend getaway, we can help. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Hey, I'm on vacation every single day, every single day.
9:09 on a Saturday, and it is time for the Fox World Travel Show. Dayton Kane here with Andrea Pratarelli. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good. You brought a whole posse in with you today.
I have so many people with me today.
So we're going to talk travel here, but before we even get into introducing guests and things, we always want to let people know what happens when they text FWT to 855-616-1620. And what is that this week?
Yeah, the text line is going to be similar to what we've done last week. We are on a mission to launch all of our 2026 Fox Group vacations. There were some last week that we talked about. We'll talk about a few more this week. Rose is actually going to announce a few more next week as well. But if you want to be the first on the list to know about the groups that we are going to be launching for 2026, you can text in FWT, F like Fox, W like World, T like Travel, to 855-616-1620, and you will get a link that will allow you to get on something that we are calling the Insiders List. So that is going to be an email that we send out to notifications that we send out when we launch those new trips. So you are the first to know. You get first dibs, first crack at signing up for some of the really cool options that we're offering next year.
Awesome. So where's Rose?
Where in the world is Rose Gray should be a segment that we have on this show.
Right,
right now, she is in the Galapagos. Okay. So she is traveling there with a group, and they are on the Celebrity Flora. So they're with Celebrity Cruise Lines. The Flora was a very, very cool ship that they built specifically for the Galapagos, because these are small little islands outside of Ecuador that not these big ships can get to. So the Flora is really, really cool and pretty. I'm sure she'll have all sorts of cool stuff to talk about when she's back next week. But yeah, she's just living the wildlife, seeing the blue-footed boobies and the sea lions, and just, having some real flamingos. I didn't realize there was flamingos there. She's got some really cool photos that we'll be posting.
Pictures have been great on her Facebook page.
Yeah.
I've seen. So, okay. Introduce your guests.
So I am really excited to have someone with me that we've never had on the show before. We brought Danielle from our Appleton office. She is one of our advisors. Welcome, Danielle.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Are you saying that truthfully?
No, I actually am.
I mean, it's early on a Saturday. I wouldn't be. Okay. So, Danielle, tell us a little bit about yourself before we do this first break here.
Yes. So I have been with Fox for August will be my 2 years.
Okay.
Went by very fast. Time goes by fast when you're planning travel and seeing people go on all these amazing trips. I'm in the Appleton office, so made the drive down this morning, and I am one of our vacation advisors. So I do a lot of the all-inclusive trips. I do Hawaii, Europe, cruises, Caribbean cruises, river cruises, and just...
Danielle does it all. She is a wealth of information, this one.
Yeah.
Where have you all been? Just a quick list.
I have done a handful of cruises. I've done Mexico. I've done a lot of U.S. travel too.
Okay.
So a lot of places I want to go. I really want to hit up Hawaii, Alaska. That's mostly what I've dabbled in. I have a lot to go, but
Okay.
yeah.
All right. We're going to talk more with Danielle, and we'll bring Elliot on eventually, but we'll get back to him when we come back. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and text line. We'd love to hear from you this morning. It is a Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Boaters! Truly the best supplier around for all of our boating needs. This place is magic. I call it my candy store for boating parts. This is Dave Doro from Kendor Marine. And yeah, I said it, but these are the actual words of our satisfied and loyal customers. Boaters in the know exactly where to go, and there's a reason. We've got it all for our boater buddies. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water. Hey, boaters!
Now, I wasn't eavesdropping. I just happened to overhear him talking about us. He said if you know what you're looking for, just rummage around. You'll find it. And it's true, because we stock more boat parts and accessories than anyone. Even those oddball parts you thought you'd never find. This is Dave Doro, and boaters in the know exactly where to go. Kendor Marine, 57th and Ryan Road in Franklin.
Hey, boaters! Cruise to Kendor Marine. We got everything you need but the water.
Healthy joints, healthy lifestyle. Vince Vetrano for Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Arthritis, injuries, wear and tear, common joint issues that keep you from doing what you love. At OAW, a visit to the doctor doesn't always mean surgery. Everyone is different. Surgeons, nurses, physical therapists work together to come up with a plan for you. Maybe it's PT, medication, injection, and if you do need surgery like I did, you know you're in the best of hands. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. Book an appointment online at orthowisconsin.com.
Get started on your painting project and save big money at Menards. Rust-Oleum's 5-in-1 spray paint lets you choose from 5 unique spray patterns with a twist of the dial, so you can get a professional finish on every project. Save big money on Rust-Oleum spray paint now at Menards. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I'm hitting the road with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Planning a vacation? We've got you covered. You're listening to the Fox World Travel Show with Rose Gray on WTMJ.
49 degrees, going to be sunny and 62 today. Going to be gorgeous outside. Dayton Kane here with Andrea Pratarelli. Rose Gray is on vacation. Well, she's not on vacation this time. She's actually hosting a trip for Fox World Travel. She was on vacation for spring break, which is why Colleen was filling in. She's just everywhere.
Arizona was a true vacation for her. Galapagos is a great experience, but she is working. I know it's hard to wrap your brain around working in the Galapagos, but she is.
Yeah. Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line is 855-616-1620. It says, good morning here. This is Lori in Waukesha. My boyfriend and I are going to go to Punta Cana in mid-November. We're looking for an adults-only, all-inclusive resort. Activities aren't a priority. It's all about luxurious experience with a pool and beach for us. What do you recommend?
I'll give a couple of my recommendations, and then I'll kick it over to Danielle and see if she has any other recommendations. There's a lot of great all-inclusives in Punta Cana. For those listeners, Punta Cana is in the Dominican Republic. Lots of great nonstop flight options out of Milwaukee during peak season, Chicago year-round. So it's really easy to get to. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful beaches. Some of the, if it's just 2 adults going, I would probably recommend looking at an adults only. You do end up getting a little bit more of that luxury experience that the texter is asking about when you stay at some of those adults only hotels. So some of the ones that were coming top of mind for me would be Excellence. There's a couple Excellence properties. We traditionally get a lot of great feedback from those that have stayed there. I really like the Breathless property that's in Punta Cana. It's right next door to a Dreams, which is a family friendly, but you can go back and forth between. It's on a great stretch of beach. Breathless is really known for good entertainment, really good food. They're part of the HIC family, which is Hyatt Inclusive Collection. So a lot of the Secrets properties are going to be under there as well. I've stayed at a lot of Breathless, a lot of Secrets hotels, and they're kind of my go-to. Danielle, do you have any other?
I was going to say Secrets is the first one that came to mind. There is Secrets Cap Cana, which is kind of like, I think it's kind of like one of the more creme de la creme out of all those. Yeah,
I would say that's probably the higher one for sure.
And then there's also, they had a brand new one called Secrets Tides. That's the newest one. I've had clients stay at all the Secrets in Punta Cana, and they're all great food, very upscale and very nice. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, and Danielle's actually headed to Punta Cana soon. What are you doing on that one, Danielle?
Yes, so I'm going at the end of July, so it'll be toasty warm, but I like the warm, so that's okay. I am going to be going with, Apple Leisure Group. That's who we book like majority of our all-inclusive with, Apple Vacations. They invited me to their Kindness Conference, and it's basically, there's going to be 40 of us travel professionals under 40 years old, which would be very interesting. We're going to be doing networking, leadership, and it's really cool because one of the days they actually do like a service project. So last July when they did it, they actually like revamped a schoolhouse for kids. So it's really cool, kind of like volunteer tourism.
Like a give back experience.
Yeah. Apple Vacations is really big into the giving back. And then, we'll just have like other activities, like I said, networking and like other sessions too. I think we'll have like a keynote speaker. And I'm not sure which of the two I'm staying at, but it's either going to be the brand new Dreams Playa Esmeralda or the Secrets Playa Esmeralda, but they're next to each other. So I'll find out when it gets closer. But yeah, I'm just so thankful to be doing that and experiencing Punta Cana. The only thing is, it is an hour and a half. Like this area I'm going to be in, it's an hour and a half north of like Punta Cana proper.
Okay.
So it's like a longer transfer. So, but I'm still excited to experience it and then share with everyone when I get back.
Nice.
And Danielle's being pretty humble. This is a pretty cool opportunity. She had to apply for this. There were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of advisors that applied for this. And Apple Leisure Group selected their words, not mine, but I'm also going to back this up, but 40 of the kindest, most influential advisors under the age of 40. So for Danielle to be selected was a really, really, really big deal and just kind of shows how great she is.
Well, I'm glad I get to meet you then, because it's always good to know good people. So we are going to take a break. Before we go there, though, FWT, you text that to 855-616-1620. You'll get the link to all the 2026 trips that are coming out. You said we have more to announce today?
Not new ones, but we'll go through a few
because
of them.
We announced a whole bunch already.
Yeah, more to come.
And there's still more coming, which is crazy to me. So we're going to take a break, but get your calls and texts in. We'd love to hear from you. We're talking travel because it's the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Okay, adventurers, listen up. Fox World Travel just dropped some seriously incredible Fox Group vacation destinations for 2026. Set sail on a yacht through the Croatian coastline, join a thrilling African safari, or immerse yourself in the mecca of all flower shows in London. And for the first time, we're introducing a woman's only tour, partnering with Insight Vacations, Globus, and African Travel. But these are just a few of the exclusive offerings. But don't wait. They're filling up fast. Call 866-GO-FOX-GO to reserve your spot today.
First class isn't as cheap as coach, and you can't buy Prada for a Fruit of the Loom price. But while they last, you can buy high-end Beautyrest Black and Sealy Posturepedic mattresses for nowhere near high-end prices. Hassellus Mattress is clearing out a handful of premium floor models. These are the best of the best, and now you can get them for way less. Like a Beautyrest Black LX Hybrid was $3,599, but now it's just $971. Or a Sealy Posturepedic Golden Acres Pillow Top was $1,093, but the floor model is just $546. Visit any employee-free Hassellus showroom and test your favorite floor model without salespeople breathing down your neck. You won't find these mattresses priced this low anywhere else. It's like buying a Lamborghini for $10,000 just because it sat on the showroom floor. Only a few floor models are available at each Hassellus mattress location, and when they're gone for good. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hassellus.com.
It's Debbie Lazaga, and I'm so excited because I've chosen Kohler Services to transform my old bathtub into a beautiful new Luxstone shower this month. Kohler Services makes it so easy. They came to my home, took measurements, and answered all of my questions. I was able to feel the crushed stone wall material and design my custom shower. I can't wait for my installation. You can request your free quote for a custom Kohler Luxstone shower by visiting KohlerServicesWI.com. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Take your travel tips from the travel experts. Welcome back to the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Thank you for joining us. 9:23 on a Saturday. Going to be beautiful. It's already 49 degrees in Milwaukee on the way up to a high of 62. And the thing we haven't seen much lately, the sun. It's going to be shining, so that'll be good. Dayton Kane here with Andrea. We've got Danielle. We haven't even talked to Elliot yet, but he's in the studio. It's just a big old party here. And, of course, Isaac in the producer's studio ready to take your calls at 855-616-1620. You can also text that, which is what we have here. It says, my wife, her parents, and I are going on a Norwegian fjords cruise in early October, leaving out of Copenhagen. We plan to explore both Copenhagen and Gothenburg, Sweden, before and after. Any suggestions on what to see and do near these cities?
There is kind of an unlimited number of things to do in Copenhagen alone. I know about the Tivoli Gardens, which it's a theme park, but I don't want anyone to think that you have to be on the roller coasters or anything like that. I think that is where, thanks to the New York Times game telling me this, I think that's where the world's oldest Ferris wheel is located at the Tivoli Gardens. So it's very cool. There's some castles. Like, I know it's weird just to be like, you could go visit a castle, but the Rosenborg Castle is there. The Amalienborg Palace is there. The Christianborg's Palace is there. So all sorts of really cool museums, all sorts of botanical gardens. And for that time of year, the weather should still be very favorable. So easy to walk around, see some of the big churches that they have there. There's the Copenhagen Zoo. So yeah, really a lot of things that's easy accessible, easy to walk around and get a good feel of the city.
Okay. And you guys, isn't there a trip in 2026 going out that way?
So yeah, we actually have something very cool, something really unique that we have not done before. I know Rose talked about this a few weeks ago, but we have something called the Scandinavian Capitals Tour. This is a women's only tour. We have not done this before. I talked last week a little bit with Libby about how lots of times you hear about these great male explorers like Magellan and Columbus, and there are also some really cool women who are in aviation and travel and tourism that this group is built by, led by, run by, taken by women who get to see some really cool areas of Scandinavia. So you hit up Helsinki in Finland, you do an overnight Baltic cruise over to Stockholm in Sweden, you go up to Oslo, Norway, and then you end in Copenhagen in Denmark. So a couple nights in each. So it really gives you the best of all of that area, and that one is open for sale, and that is a small group. So I think this one we only can take 24. Some of our groups we can get up to 40 or 50, but this is a smaller one that is really going to be cool, really, really unique.
Come back with a whole bunch of best friends.
Also, yeah, for sure. You could take your best friends on this group too. I think that would be really cool to go with a couple of your girlfriends.
All right, this would be a good point to, now again, if you text FWT to 855-616-1620, you'll get a link. Has all the so far announced trips, but it also gets you in for updates that come in quickly in the next couple weeks, right?
Yeah, in the next few weeks, we
Before they're
definitely
announced
have
on the radio?
more that are
Yeah.
coming for sure.
The
yeah,
Insiders Club?
the
right?
Insiders list. You want to
Okay.
be on it. It's a great place to be.
So what are some of the other trips that were announced over the last few weeks?
Oh my gosh, there were so many. Some of the ones that I didn't highlight last week with Libby, we have Japan in the springtime. Japan is a very, very hot destination right now, and lots of people want to go to see the cherry blossoms bloom, and this is the time to be able to do that. We did talk about this one, but we have safari and sunsets in South Africa and Zimbabwe. I know we talked a lot about Tanzania over the last couple weeks, but this is another one that we're doing with our really good partners at African Travel. They really know how to do Africa. You get a lot of game drives. You get to see Victoria Falls on that one. Rose has done this exact tour with African Travel before, and it is probably in her top 5 if I had to guess. We have 7 Alaska tours.
I was just trying to count them on the website. I'm like, it just keeps going.
Yeah, and there are different unique ways to see them. Some people want that more authentic Yukon territory type experience. So we have some that get you further up into Canada to see the Yukon. And then it's a shorter cruise. We have some that do double nights in Denali, and then it's a longer cruise. So there's lots of different ways that you can see it. We also have one to Alaska that we haven't done before, which is in March. And people are like, why in the heck would you go to Alaska in March? Well, that is when the best time to see the northern lights are. So if you are big into photography, we actually have some naturalists and some photographers that come on this tour with them to kind of help you take some of these photos and get some really great ones. We have Canadian Rockies with Rocky Mountaineer. It's a train travel. We have the Chelsea Flower Show. So for those that are really into gardening and botany, the mecca of all things flower shows is the Chelsea Flower Show in Europe. So that's a really great one to see. There are so many cool ones and more to come. TBD.
You always have the Best of Italy. That's always a popular
Yep.
one. I saw the one with the yacht this year. That's different.
Oh
That's
my
something
gosh!
you've never done.
Yeah,
really,
it's a very small ship. It is a lot. You are on a luxury yacht, and how many people get to say that they've done that before? So really, we're twisting things up a little bit this year. We're doing things a little differently, adding some unique partners that we've not worked with, adding some destinations we haven't done, or different kind of travel styles like that women's only tour.
Okay, we have about a minute before we go over to the news center. Tell people what Fox World Travel can all do besides these group trips.
Yeah, I was actually going to make mention of that because I know we have been talking a lot about the group style of travel the last couple of weeks, but we really can help with everything. We have a destination weddings team. What Danielle does is all sorts of what we would call foreign independent travel, everything very customized. Really anywhere you want to go, anything you can dream, we can help put it together for you, whether you're traveling solo, whether you're traveling with your family or a big group of friends. We can help with pretty much everything.
And all the advisors aren't commission based, so you're gonna get the best advisor for what you're looking to.
Correct. Yeah. If you call Danielle and say, I want to go to Gatlinburg, and she's like, oh gosh, I have no idea, but my colleague right next door to me over here, she's been 3 times, we would get you into the right hands, the right person who has been or is very knowledgeable on, has the best resources available to them. So we want to make sure we're partnering with someone that works really well for you.
Check this all out at foxworldtravel.com. We have another half hour to go. Get your calls and texts in 855-616-1620. We now go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Sean Brinda. Good morning, Sean.
Thanks, Dayton. Milwaukee police are asking the public to help locate a critically missing child. 11-year-old Caden Hudson was last seen on April 11th around 7 p.m. near the corners of North 26th Street and West Concordia Avenue. Hudson is a young black male, is just under 5 feet tall, weighing around 70 pounds, with a thin build and brown eyes and brown hair. Caden was last seen wearing a black hooded sweatshirt and gray Adidas jogging pants. If anyone knows about Hudson's whereabouts, they are encouraged to contact Milwaukee Police Department District 5. And a local firehouse in Cudahy may soon become a microbrewery. Radix Fermentation, owned and operated by Adam and Kayla Thomas, plans to renovate the firehouse at the corners of South Packard and East Plankinton Avenues. The Journal Sentinel reports the couple got approval for the renovations from the Cudahy Plan Commission during an April 8th meeting. Estimated completion for the microbrewery is set for July. And South Milwaukee high school students attending this year's prom will have to pass a breathalyzer test. In a letter to parents and students, school leaders say they will have to pass a breathalyzer test in order to enter the dance. Any student that tests positive will require their parents to pick them up. The school is also requiring students to go through a metal detector and to have their items searched at the door. The prom will take place at the Baird Center April 26th. Take a look at your roads with your WTMJ traffic alert. We've got 2 incidents out on the road. I-94 east at the ramp from Moreland Road. Right shoulder is closed due to a disabled vehicle. And then over on I-41 94 south at the ramp from College Avenue, the right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle as well. On that roads are looking pretty clear across the Milwaukee area. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Saturday's going to be mostly sunny and pleasant with a high of 62 degrees inland. Tonight we'll get some increasing cloud coverage, slight chance for showers and storms with a low of 43 degrees. Sunday, partly cloudy and breezy with a slight chance of showers on a high of 65 degrees. Monday, partly cloudy and windy with a slight chance of showers on a high of 56 degrees. Tuesday, partly cloudy and breezy with a high of 48 degrees. And Wednesday is going to be mostly sunny with a high of 48 degrees. Right now, Madison, it's 48. In Green Bay, it's 47. In Waukesha, it's 47. In Milwaukee, it's 48 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 9:32.
When it rains, it pours. But sometimes it hails. Or worse.
That tornado warning again is for Fond du Lac and Dodge County. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now.
Keep us within reach for Fleet Farm Storm Team alerts.
Even if a tornado does not touch down, we know that there are powerful straight line winds.
On 620 WTMJ and WTMJ.com.
Experience one of the greatest choral masterpieces of all time when the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra and Milwaukee Symphony Chorus present the Brahms Requiem at the Bradley Symphony Center, April 11th through the 13th. MSO artistic partner Deshaun Burton and Sonia Headlam will be the soloists in this work, which will be conducted by music director Ken David Mazur. The Brahms Requiem is not so much a lamentation for the dead as it is a tuneful, comforting, heartfelt celebration of life. Complete performances of the work only come around every so often, so don't miss this special opportunity to revel in its romantic glory, April 11th through the 13th only. For tickets, call the MSO box office at 414-291-7605 or visit mso.org.
We didn't write the headline, the Wall Street Journal did. The days of set and forget investing just ended for many Americans. Economic uncertainty and global unrest. It's a wake-up call. Standard financial advice is to avoid making rash decisions during market turmoil. But retirement planning isn't a set it and forget it process anymore. That's where Annex Wealth Management comes in. As fee-only fiduciaries, we craft personalized plans that adapt as needed. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Head to annexwealth.com and click the Get Started button.
Plan a perfect vacation, no matter your budget. This is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Big old party going on in the studio today. We have Andrea, Danielle, and Elliot all here from Fox World Travel. I'm Dayton Kane. Thank you for joining us. 855-616-1620 is a Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. This one says, good morning. Are there going to be any charters from Rockford to Costa Rica in 2026?
So nothing that has been released yet for Rockford or for Milwaukee. I'm guessing this person has probably used those Rockford charters before. As a friendly reminder, charters are something that Apple Leisure Group, our good friends at Apple Vacations, they put together. So they are exclusive nonstop vacation flights that go out of select cities at select times of year. So it's really appealing for those that live in north or southeastern Wisconsin is that they do fly out of Milwaukee to several destinations. Typically, it's going to be Christmas through Easter. So mostly January, February, March, those operate. And they typically go to warm weather destinations, Puerto Vallarta, Cancun, Punta Cana, Jamaica, some other places, depending on the year. But in previous years, they stopped doing it the last couple of years, but this last year, they did bring back Rockford. For those of you that are not familiar with Rockford, it is about 20 minutes southwest of O'Hare. So it's a super easy drive. For those that have ever flown out of like Appleton, Green Bay, some of those smaller airports, that is what Rockford is like. It is very small. It is super easy, super convenient. Parking is really inexpensive right on site, and they do have those nonstop exclusive vacation flights for some times of the year. I got a little sneak peek from our friends at Apple. It's probably likely that they will have Rockford again for 26, and they probably likely will also have Costa Rica. But I would anticipate end of May, early June for those to get released for 2026.
And how far in advance can you buy a plane ticket?
Typically, not including the charters or those exclusive nonstop vacation flights, 330 days prior to your return date is typically when the big airlines release their schedules. So like if you were looking at going in August of next year, it's likely that it's going to be like September of this year that you'd be able to purchase those. But these charters, these exclusive nonstop vacation flights, are owned and operated by Apple Leisure Group. So they will just release their entire season all at once. So
Gotcha.
usually get May, June of this year, you'll be able to see the 2026 schedules for Milwaukee and for Rockford if they opt to have Rockford, but sounding pretty good because it went really well for them last year.
Okay. Speaking of 2026, we released a whole bunch of trips over the past few weeks, and you can get the link by texting FWT to 855-616-1620. Here's the catch. If you don't capitalize FWT, I've already seen a couple come in. It comes over as get. You get auto-corrected to get.
Dang,
and you won't.
autocorrect.
So if you didn't get a link back, it wasn't because we did something wrong on our end. It's because it auto-corrected on you. So capitalize that FWT to 855-616-1620. 1620. So, Danielle, tell me, you've been doing this for 2 years now, you said, right? Just about 2 years.
Yep.
You're obviously doing well because you're one of the 40 under 40 that people are picking out and saying, hey, this person's doing something right. What would you tell somebody that wants to get into this business?
Ooh, that's a good question. Was that one of our texts?
No, that's just me asking a question.
Yeah, honestly, I did not come from the travel industry. I came from customer service industry. Honestly, if it's something you have, if you see an opportunity, just jump into it. So when I got hired, we had a training academy. So I got hired along with other people, and then we went through, it was like 8-ish weeks of training. That's just how it was here at Fox. And the nice thing is working here, if there's something you don't know, we have a whole team of people who have been in the industry for a long time. So, I mean, that's the nice thing is you can't be scared to do it. If I have a client who comes to me and say they want to go to Amsterdam, I haven't been to Amsterdam, but I still want to take it on. I have amazing coworkers who have been there, have sent many clients there that I can, get assistance with. I've sold a lot of places that I haven't been to, and the more you do it, you just get more familiar and, so just don't be afraid to do it. Reach out, try something new. And I've gotten pretty confident with myself, even at times when I wasn't sure. So I love working here. It's a great job.
Well, didn't you guys just win some big award for being a great place to work?
We did. Yeah, a couple of them actually. And I would say too, just to kind of take on to what Danielle said, I think this job is something that is not expected. I think people have an idea of what they think maybe we do or how easy and fun it would be to put trips together. And don't get me wrong, it's one of the most fun jobs out there because how cool to be able to talk travel when you have a passion for it yourself. But there's a lot of behind the scenes too. And that is why for people who are trying to get in, we know there are companies out there where you can just pay a small fee and they'll give you a code to be a travel agent. Mm-hmm. And it's not as simple as that. There are so many rules and restrictions and regulations, and every airline has different requirements. Every hotel brand has different requirements. It's a lot of information, and it's always ever changing. We have ridiculously long bucket lists because every time someone wants to plan a trip someplace new, we add it to our bucket list. So we always want to make sure we get to go and explore the world and see some of the places that our travelers are getting to see too. But yeah, we know it's a want for a lot of people because passion or travel is a passion that so many people have, including Danielle.
All right. We do have a question here about Big Ben on the text line. We'll get to that when we come back, but we'd love to hear from you. 855-616-1620. That's the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talking text line. Check them out, foxworldtravel.com. It is the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Over 60 years in business, with over 60 vehicles out in the field so we can respond ultra quickly to your emergency AC needs. When you call Quality for emergency AC service, you can count on a swift response to get the job done right away. So if the heat's got you to the point where it's just too hot to handle, call Quality and we'll get you the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. When you need commercial or residential plumbing service, you need it now. Call Quality. We have over a 60-year track record of taking care of people. And with over 60 vehicles ready to respond to your needs, we'll be there in a hurry, so you won't have to worry. This is Anthony Zanevsky. For commercial or residential plumbing service, call Quality and get the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality. Heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
You only get one chance to make a first impression, and that goes double for your home listing, because that's how you're going to get the most value. By having a customized marketing plan specific to your property with professional photos, global marketing, and the built-in experience that Century 21 Benefit Realty has brought to the table since 2004. And being joined with Century 21 just makes all of the above stand out that much more. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
So how is that possible? 1.9% real estate commission? There must be something you're not telling me.
I hear that a lot. The truth is, everybody could do it, but they choose not to because folks keep paying more than they have to. I guess they just haven't heard yet that Century 21 Benefit Realty can make that 1.9% real estate commission promise on the sale of your home and stick to it. So I'd like to think that's going to make your decision easy. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
This wasn't how Patrick here in Milwaukee pictured himself in retirement. Instead of playing golf every day, he could barely walk because of severe knee pain.
It hampered everything because it hurt to walk around the golf course. It hurt to swing, just pretty much hurt doing anything.
But the groundbreaking regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics changed everything for Patrick. QC Kinetics uses your body's own healing properties to help repair and restore damaged tissue in your knees, hips, back, and shoulders. No surgery, no drugs, no downtime.
The turnaround's been amazing from where I was to where I am now. I've gone from a 15 handicap down to a 7 handicap. That's because my knees allow me to play golf like I haven't been able to play probably in 15 years.
Don't let joint pain keep you from doing what you love. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Get away? No one does it better. Back to more of the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
50 degrees already in Milwaukee, going to be sunny and 62. Get outside and enjoy it. Dayton Kane here with Andrea, Elliot, and Danielle. Elliot, turn on your mic and say hi just so people know that I'm not lying, that you're actually
Hello,
here. Okay,
people of Wisconsin, right. I am here.
We did get a text here that asks an interesting question. It says they're going to London in late July trying to get the Big Ben behind the scenes or interior tour of the engineering for their engineering student's son. So they logged in at 4 a.m. on Wednesday. That must have been when they said these are when these tickets are going on sale, and they were gone already. Is there another source? That's what they're wanting to know.
And Danielle and I were talking about this over the commercial break, and not that we are aware of. There are just some of those tours in some destinations, like I know the Anne Frank House is another one in Amsterdam where they release tickets on a specific day at a specific time, and there's a specific allotment, and if they're gone, they're gone. And I don't know of any other sources that offer this. Everything that I was seeing was like the official UK Parliament website to be able to get this tour. I would check out Viator, Viator. Viator is a company that we use a lot for tours, excursions, off-site activities to do in all sorts of different destinations. And they might not be able to get you this exact thing, but they might be able to get something close for you. So I would check out Viator just to see if they have something that you still might be interested in.
Yeah, so the UK Parliament puts this on it.
That's what it
everything
appears
I
to me.
see. So it's kind of cool though. Spiral staircases, exhibit spaces, clock mechanism room, the dials, all that stuff you get to see from the inside. That's kind of neat. Well, good luck finding that. I hope you can get in while you're there. Let's quickly again go through some of these trips that we've announced over the last few weeks that people need to get in on. Did anything come out of the gates and you're like, oh my gosh, it's almost sold out already?
Alaska, we have a big chunk of our Alaska already sold as soon as we put that on, because we know that is on a lot of, especially Wisconsin folks, that's really high on their bucket list to see. We did see Tanzania for the late 2025 Tanzania trip that Rose launched. That one sold out in like 2 days,
Really? Wow.
Which is why we do now have another one, an identical trip in 2026. And then we did also put that South Africa one on there too. But yeah, we have Mekong Discovery with 2 nights in Saigon, which is a very cool river cruise opportunity where you're getting Cambodia and Vietnam. That one always does really, really well for us too. Japan, again, we talked earlier, that one is really, really hot. Colleen's got Egypt on there still that we have a little bit of space left on. There's just so many cool, unique ones, and again, more to offer. Oh, the yacht one. How can I forget about the yacht? You get to cruise the coast of Croatia by luxury yacht. Libby and I last week talked about the Swiss Splendors by rail. Lots of people want to see Switzerland, and we've partnered with our good friends at Globus, and they offer like rail through Switzerland, which is such a cool. And it's not rail like you think of here. It's not Amtrak. It's these nice trains that you are able to see the countryside and the mountains, and that one is really, really exciting for us as well.
So Danielle, I haven't booked a trip yet for this year. Is it still too late?
No, it's not too late. It's never too late.
So what kind of lead time do you suggest people look at when they're looking at taking a vacation?
Well, always, I just feel like reach out as soon as you know what you want to do. Because like what Andrea was saying earlier about that, even if the airfare is too far out, like we get inquiries all the time for Europe because that's a big thing and people want to plan that far out. We can still put together other pieces and just circle back around to do like the airfare when it becomes available. So I always appreciate when clients just contact us like sooner. Obviously people reach out to us for more like last minute, and we always try our best. Always availability is always, depending on what that is, but yeah, always just reach out.
We're seeing leads come in and inquiries come in for 2027 and 2028. And they're doing family trips or they're doing heritage tours and they want to go genealogy stuff. And like Danielle said, there's not a lot we can actually book right now for things that are that far out, but it's good to start planning as soon as you have the idea. Get some ideas, talk to an expert on, what destinations, the must-sees, what kind of time do I need to spend in these particular destinations. You can have all that figured out. So the second the hotels have the space available, the flights become available, then we're ready to go and we can just get those taken care of right away.
What about on the opposite end of that? I just got a big bonus. I got some vacation time coming up. Is there a trip I can just jump on and be somewhere next month?
I think it completely depends on your flexibility. If you're flexible and you don't have if you have a very specific destination, specific dates, we could run into availability depending on what the destination is. Like obviously spring break. We always tell people do not wait for that. Yeah. Christmas is actually a busier week than even spring break is. So don't wait if you have Christmas or New Year's plans. Anytime over a holiday, things get a little less available for us to pick from. But yeah, if you want something last minute and you're open to destination, the hotel type, flight, I can go out of Milwaukee, Chicago, or Midway. I can go out of, if you're open to that, we can, in most cases, find you something.
All right. We have one segment left. Get your calls and texts in, 855-616-1620. It is a Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Celebrate 70 years of thrills at Road America this spring and summer. Experience unforgettable moments on their legendary 4-mile track. From the Spring Vintage Weekend, May 16th through the 18th, to the adrenaline-packed Moto America Superbikes and Vintage Moto Fest, May 30th through June 1st. There's excitement for everyone. Join us for the iconic IndyCar XPEL Grand Prix presented by AMR, June 19th through the 22nd. Get more confidence on the roads with motorcycle and driving schools or tackle the off-road experience. Visit roadamerica.com for tickets and details. Road America, 70 years of fast family fun.
You're off to see the wonderful world, and then it's back to your own castle. Make sure yours is beautiful and up to date. Siding Unlimited, Wisconsin's best contractor for everything on the outside of your castle, welcomes you home to the best it can be. You should not have to worry about your home's integrity while you are away. Let Siding Unlimited ensure it with all the best exterior products. Hometown Siding Unlimited is recognized as one of the best contractors in America by the manufacturers of the nation's best products in siding, roofing, decks, and especially windows. They have the awards. Take the initiative and Siding Unlimited will make you proud to come home every time, whether it's from an exotic tour or from the grocery store. Set up an appointment with Siding Unlimited for your castle renewal now, and we'll see you when you get back. Bon voyage from Siding Unlimited, and then welcome home. SidingUnlimited.com.
For those with a warm weather fashion passion, try St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, because that's where you'll find a vast array of men's, women's, girls, and boys' warm weather apparel at the friendliest prices. So many choices, and at such a value. You can fill the closet without draining your wallet. Shop warm weather fashions at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano talking with Dr. Mike Nolte at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. Doc, a lot of people are hesitant to visit a surgeon for spine care.
The good news is that the vast majority of patients that I see and the majority of conditions that I can see can be successfully treated without surgery. And I don't want patients to think that just because you're seeing a spine surgeon means that you're going to be signing up for surgery. We talk about in my clinic kind of a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C.
Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. OrthoWisconsin.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Before you pack your suitcase, hear from the experts. Here's more of the Fox World Travel Show on WTMJ.
Dayton Kane here with Andrea Elliott and Danielle. And you know what? I haven't seen Rose in over a month. When's the next time I can see her?
She will be back next week.
Okay.
She comes home from the Galapagos on Monday night, so she'll be
Okay.
back on Saturday.
She'll be back on Saturday for this show?
Yes.
Okay. Will I be able to see her before that, or when is she doing?
She is doing something really exciting that I get to tease a little bit. Usually she gets to be the one to tease new stuff, but we have a very, very cool top secret for now trip that we are launching for 2026. Rose is going to be on a Facebook Live event on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday.
This Tuesday.
Yes, at 11 a.m. Central Time. So Fox World Travel Facebook page, it's just Fox World Travel. Rose will be doing a Facebook Live event where she is going to launch the next 2026 tour. And to just tease it a little more, this is a destination we have never done before. This is a tour partner that we have not worked before. Very high-end, very luxury. Super excited about this. And that Rose is going to be taking out. So I would love for everyone who is still waiting for the rest of those 2026 come out to, before making a decision on where they want to go, to definitely make sure you are tuning in on our Facebook Live at Tuesday, this coming Tuesday at 11 a.m. Rose is going to launch something very cool.
Okay. And even after that one's announced, you're saying there's still
There's
more coming?
more.
What?
There's
How?
more.
How?
We have several more, that we're really excited about. So she'll probably have several on next week's show on Saturday to talk through as well. But the Tuesday one, we're just making a little extra special just because it is so unique. Again, a destination that we have not done a Fox Group vacation tour to before, and a partner that we're really excited to work with.
Awesome. Got another text here. It says, quick follow-up question to the discussion of direct charter flights. Are they out yet for Christmas 2025 through New Year's?
I can answer that. So right now, all that's out is Chicago O'Hare. So we are still waiting for the Milwaukee schedule for the charter flights. It'd probably be, what do we say, like end of May?
End of May, early June. If last year, I
Yeah.
think it was June 6th they launched, and I'm
Yeah.
anticipating it's going to probably be right around that same time frame this year.
So the Chicago ones are with Frontier.
Okay.
That's their nonstop this year. So
All right. Another one just popped up. Are you planning on a World War II European trip again?
Oh, I don't know that we have one on the books right now for 2026, but again, more to come.
Okay.
And there might be, stay tuned, more information on some
Duly
of
noted.
those.
Okay. And somebody else said they were a travel agent back in the 70s and they loved it. They're thinking about getting back into it. What is a good age to get into this business if you're thinking about it? Is there one?
Honestly, I don't think there's a specific age. I mean, I got into it pretty early. Danielle got into I grew up in travel, though, so I kind of knew I wanted to be one forever. But I really do think that if you have a little bit of experience with sales and with customer service, that's a huge help because this is a lot of client relationship building. Right. You really get to know some of these people. When I was selling, I got to experience where somebody did a honeymoon and then they did a family trip with their kids, and then their kids started to grow up, and you hear these stories of like you get to know the dogs and the dog sitters and where their kids stay when they're traveling, and you really just build these awesome relationships with our travelers. So if that is of interest, that's something that again really appealed to me and Danielle when we wanted to get into it. But really any age I think is good. If you have the passion, you really love travel, you want to talk about travel all of the time and get to experience some really cool destinations yourself, I think it would be open for any age.
Yeah, I would also say too, just like piggybacking off of that, definitely an aspect of being willing to learn in terms of technology, just because just everything's digital. Like I grew up with, the computers and everything like that. So I'm pretty quick to kind of pick up on new things. But I mean, there's not even paper plane tickets. I mean, you can get a boarding pass printed at an airport, but we're always telling people, download the airline app, kind of walking through clients on everything.
Travelers will still ask us, like, where is my ticket? I'm like, well, that's not a thing anymore. You just have this number that you give them, and that is your ticket. And this texter wrote in, and Danielle and I were talking about this to some of our older advisors who have been in the business a long time. They talk about handwritten tickets where they actually had these pieces of paper where they would handwrite the details, your record locator, everything on, and then issue them. And that just does not exist anymore. Everything is electronic. There's no paper documents. There's no paper or anything anymore. So being open to that aspect of it too, I think is helpful.
All right, I'm going to see if he's been paying attention. Elliot, what does Fox World Travel all do when it comes to travel?
Everything.
All right, he was.
It's a prize.
No, wrap us up. Tell us where people can find you and how they get in touch.
Yeah, so foxworldtravel.com is a great resource for you. That is our website. On there, you can find all sorts of information on our group tours. You can also read bios for all of our advisors. You want to find Miss Danielle on there, you can shoot her a message electronically on our website. You can do that. You can send in inquiries for anything that you want. All of our contact information is on there. We are open. All of our physical office locations are open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We are just about ready to wrap up our seasonal Saturday hours. So right now, today, we are open from 9 until noon. Likely next week is going to be that last week that we have those Saturday hours. But if any of the trips that we talked about today were appealing to you, you have any questions at any time, 24 hours a day, you can send that inquiry online on our website. There's a big orange banner down at the top that says plan your trip. You can use that, and then that goes over to a team of our vacation managers who will go through those very thoroughly and get you into the right person's hands who can help you out with whatever it is you're looking for.
Awesome. Great job, guys. We got to go. Danny Clayton and the crew from Annex Wealth Management in next.
The preceding program, the Fox World Travel Show, is paid for in full by Fox World Travel. The advice and opinions expressed during the Fox World Travel Show are solely that of the hosts and guests of Fox World Travel and not WTMJ or Good Karma Brands.
Hi, I'm Rose Gray with Fox World Travel, and I'm excited to share that our exclusive guided Alaska land and sea journeys are now available for 2026. We partner with Holland America Line to curate the best and most sought-after experiences to Alaska. We send hundreds of travelers from Wisconsin to Alaska every year, along with experienced Fox tour managers for peace of mind. Don't just picture Alaska.